I'm gonna have the homie Capolero on.
Me and the West Side homie
Capolero.
Wow.
Little, hell yeah.
Doing Tito's, baby. Cheers. Good.
Gotta go check it out, man. That was Capolero.
What's up, Mouse? I see you, my boy.
Oh, you know what? Shout out to Campolito, man. I've been fucking with him, man, lately, man. You know, I knew right away he's solid. It's hot, it's hot. Way he's solid. I knew. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot. Yeah. Yeah, I got the video. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot.
Let's get to it. Now, here's your track.
Bang, bang, bang. The haters are gonna hate anyway. Any day gonna say what they say anyway.
Anthony, if you just not just witness this is the guy, the guy.
Radio! Radio! 1, 2, 3. Radio! Tonight is definitely a late night. What's up, homies? Everybody, all my subscribers, all the people who just take the time to watch, all the trolls. But there really isn't that many, so I gotta admit, you know what? Fucking shout out to all you guys, because I get some dope ass comments and I love them. You know what I mean? And like I said before, man, like that shit means a lot, you know? And so hell yeah, you guys are fucking dope, you know? I've expected to get like a grip of trolls and like everybody else does, but I don't really, I get a negative comment from time to time, and then you guys go in on that person like, man, just get the fuck out of here, pretty much, you know? It's like, you don't like what he's talking about, fucking bounce, you know? And that's about the gist of it, you know what I mean? And so shit, like, cool. And anyway, fucking, I don't know. It you know, that kind of got me. I gotta start over and shit. You know what I mean? Radio. Excuse me. I'm tired. Worked all night. But I know I need to drop like another video. So here I am. And I know I'm being burpy. Corona. Can't help it. You know, it's like, oh my fucking God. The fuck? See? You see? I just can't get my life straight. Or the phone. I can't get the phone straight. I got the life straight. Crooked ass phone. So, see what it is plugged in right now. You know, when it's plugged in, motherfucking, it's the plugs at the bottom. So I try, it's like balancing and shit. Well, anyways, let me get to it. Okay, well, let me just say, I guess I'll just jump right to it. Let me start where I left off. Okay, where I was at, I believe, where the fuck was I at? I fucking forgot. Excuse me. I believe I had just caught the chain and I went to the state. Now, I don't know if I already said I was in Avenal yet, that damn level 2 bogus ass, dumbass, fake ass, lame ass prison. But first I ended up going from, I caught the tape. I know I said I was in the hole. In the hole, they called me forthwith, and so the DA never picked up. I ended up going to Hatchby reception back then, and I don't know, it was just regular old whatever, and it's crazy because I remember there's been like, I don't know, there's always something happening everywhere, right? And I remember one time, I guess I should lead up to I'm supposed to be leading up to the shoe, right? How I got my first shoe. But you know what? I'll stick on that trip. You know what I mean? I might as well, because to tell you the truth, I guess I get off topic, and I do that a lot. And then I'll just be like everywhere and shit. Like, oh, I think you're talking about this, I think you're talking about that. So basically, you know, I guess I'll jump around here and there, but I'll stick to the script for now. Well, it's not a script, but you know what I mean. Well, so I'm in Avenal level 2, and damn, man, what's the best? There's so many different fucking stories though. That shit happened there. It's crazy. I didn't like that place. I wasn't there very long. And basically, this is the type of joint it was. Like, okay, I was young. I didn't know no better. I know I wanted to earn my bones though, and of some sort. You know what I mean? I was like, so, like, I don't know. It's just it's different because them level twos. There's no real shot callers, but there was people, you know, that mouthpieces that they're older people listen to, but I remember because I had put, first thing I did is I put like a big old SUR, not big old, it's smaller now, but I was younger then. I have the SUR X3 on my chest, and some older dude, he was like, well, hey, youngster, what the fuck do you do to earn that shit? And I was like, well, it's not what I did, it's like what I'm gonna do, and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And that's why I put Su Tres and Sureño, because it means all of us, you know. And I don't know, he was like, you gotta earn that shit and all that. And I was like, well, I am gonna earn it. He goes, yeah, you youngsters always talking, not a good one, but none of you motherfuckers ever bust a grape. Well, that shit stuck with me, you know what I mean? I'm like, all right, okay. And there's I don't know, I've been tested a lot, you know what I mean? Because I mean, my heart will still be like yo soy mexicano, you know what I mean? That's where my heart is, my kids, everybody, you know what I mean? But you know, my actual blood nationality or whatever would be Alemán or, well, American, you know what I mean? But either way, you know, Latino, it doesn't even fucking matter. I'm more about like my brothers, you know what I mean? Like my homies, my brothers, my friends, my people, whoever they are, you know what I mean? It's not a color thing, it ain't fucking none of that thing. It's just there's good, solid, righteous motherfuckers. That's what I'm talking about. Well, so although we predominantly a certain race, but I don't know. I've always been, like I said, I've been that weather that fought its way in. You know what I mean? Not fighting my way out. Well, there's been a couple. So I got tested. The dudes talked to shit about like me putting a suit on my chest. I don't give a fuck. I knew what I was gonna do. I know what I was about, and it's just a matter of time, right? And I already didn't like it there in Avenal, and there was some gay ass shit. I swear, man. Fools, man. I seen the dumbest fucking fights. I seen this one fight. Let me tell you, I'll never forget it. It was a homie from, I don't know where the fuck he was from. Maybe, I want to say he was from the IE somewhere. But and shout out to IE. I'm not disrespecting you guys. You guys are down as fuck. But this cat, he was just, I think he was from there. And the other one from, I don't know where the fuck. So, let me take that back. Just a homie that was from somewhere. And oh, that's right. He's a black dude. Oh my God. It was the dumbest fucking trip on this shit. Is there a dumbass story? Okay. So I'm sitting there and I was walking the yard and shit. I used to do like motherfucker. I used to do like just I go out to do bar work or I hit back then they had a weight pile, try to hit some weights, they had a speed bag and shit, you know? And or just walk laps and shit with a little fucking coffee with my Cadillac, they call it, you know what I mean? The coffee with all the super sweet with the fucking milk in it and all that good shit and whatever. And that's a Cadillac, and I had my little super tuner radio. It wasn't even mine. I wasn't there really that long, but I don't even know where I got it, to tell you the truth. Fuck, where did I get that motherfucker? Someone left it to me when they left or something. I don't know. But anyways, so I was there long enough to get tattooed, and I'm walking the yard one day, and I noticed, because it was like a racial thing, you know, it was a black dude, that's right, and one of the homies, and I'm stopping, and they're like arguing and shit, and they're like, well, what's something, and I'm sitting there looking around like, does anybody notice this? You know what I mean? Because it's like, I'm thinking it's gonna be some big old race riot, and it was just a one-on-one like fade and shit, like. So there was, take it to the Thunderdome. Let's go to the Thunderdome, they used to call it. They go to it's in the back corner, fucking in a stupid ass building. Well, let's go to the Thunderdome. Well, these two fucking idiots, they go, and I can fucking lie. I was like, I want to go see a fight. So So I do. So I go and I follow him to see what's going on. I'm like just looking around to keep point or whatever. And what happens is those two they go and they square off and shit, and his fucking phone. they go and they square off, right? And when they square up, fucking oh my god, they just kept on just not doing nothing. And then all of a sudden, I swear to you, I don't make shit up. I wear everything on my sleeve. They went and they locked on each other's necks, right? With like choking, and they're gonna choke each other. And they're like, And I'm like, what the fuck? Why don't someone hit? They weren't hitting. They were not fucking. They refused to punch. Now I'm like, that's crazy. And so they did this like wrestling move, and they're choking each other and choking each other. To one of them like gets the other one in a headlock, and he slams him to the ground. And when he slams him to the ground, there's the black dude that ended up breaking his arm, because I guess the way he landed weird on his arm. And then I look at this other cat, this fucking phone. I look at the other cat, and this other cat, he goes running to the fucking podium. He said, CO, they're fighting over there. I was like, oh, hell nah, fuck this lame ass joint, you know? And that was the fight. They just choked each other, and then one of them fucking fell, or they got him in a headlock and they fell and broke his arm. And then after that, it's like, yeah, you want some more? Shit, I broke your arm, fool. I was like, oh my God, what's up with that? There's another fight where the dude had a lock in his sock, and he went up to him and he cracked that fool, bink, and then he cracked himself, bink, because he had a long ass sock. I don't know what he was thinking. And first he like dropped him, and then he dropped himself. That was a whack ass fight. And then then there's like a lot of bullshit like that. There was another dude, some Colombian dude, like got into it with the homie and was like kicking him in the butt. Like he kept the homie kept saying, "Let's take it to the building, take this Thunderdome, take this Thunderdome," right? And then every time he walked away to go into the building, the other guy, the Colombian dude, he was like around with the paisas. He would kick him in the ass, literally kick him in the ass, pop, kick him in the ass, the fuck. And then that fool turned around and be like, what's up? Well, and he was like, why you want to be a PC? And he threw Thunderdome. And that Colombian dude was like, no, let's fight right here in the yard, because he wanted to get caught, you know? And then it's going to the building. And so the homie started walking and shit, and then that fucking Colombian kicked him in the ass again, just literally kept kicking him in his ass until finally out there in the yard, they did a little like I don't know what the fuck it was. It looked like this kind of, I don't know, it was like scratch and shit. I was like, oh, hell no. This is my gangster ass place where I need to fucking hurt my bones. I get the fuck out of here, right? So I did not like that place at all. I mean, I'm not saying there wasn't no haters over there. Shit, I was there. But, oh man, it was bad, right? And, fuck, I couldn't believe it. And it was not a PC prison. It's just, that's how it was. It's some level 2 bullshit. And now let's go to the story. I got 12 minutes in. Okay. So it was like that. It was whack. You know what I mean? There might have been a couple good ones, but it was whack. And I was like, damn, this place is too, I don't know why I wanted it so hard. Cause I was young, give a fuck. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It meant a lot to do some shit. I don't know what the fuck. I was for the causa, you know what I mean? Well, this is what happened. Oh, excuse me. Check it out. So, I'm gonna get some racial shit that happened too. This word all, well, mind you, remember when I talked about the homie who had the Clanton, who had those 4 things in the county? Well, he was there now. He ended up on my yard. So Clanton, when he seen me, it was like a reunion. You know what I mean? When you see a homie you ain't seen in a minute or whatever, he see me getting big ol' hug, boom. And he had love for me because he knew me from the county. He knew that I was a rider. He knew that fucking that he couldn't trust a lot of people in that fucking yard, but I was one of them he could trust, you know? And I want to say his name so bad, but I'm not gonna. And then there's another homie, there's 2 of them. They're OGs. I mean, these are triple OGs and shit. Solid as fuck. And even years later, not too long ago, I was talking to one of the homies, Sharky from Eastside Clarence. That shout out to you, homie. Hope you're feeling better. Because I know he was fighting some cancer and shit. And That was the boy right there. Not double. I'm talking about like in past tense. No, as far as I know, he's still alive. But he knows him from like situations. You know what I mean? From like the dudes. These clowns are crazy. These two cats. You know what I mean? But one of them in particular, they both are. But one of them, it was just still like staying. Like it doesn't matter. The point is, these fools are with the business, right? And but they're OG and shit, right? And well, there's this one cat. I'm not going to say where he's from because I'm not going to disrespect his father. It was SGV. They called him Richard. I want to fucking say who his name is. So fuck that fool. No, I'm not going to do it because of his neighborhood. His neighborhood's solid. You know what I mean? And sometimes people could take it as a disrespect when you're bringing up, like, because we all have fucking trash in our hoods. All of us do. I don't care who the fuck, how hard your hood is. You know what I mean? You're going to have some fucking basura. It happens, you know? It doesn't mean you are, doesn't mean your hood is, but it happens. You know what I mean? And well, this dude's fucking trash. His name's Richard. He's out of the SGV. And shout out to SGV. You know what I mean? We'll just say off the 210 freeway. I'll let you guys take your pick. There's a few of them. You got the Pasadenas, you got the Duartes, you got the Zusas, you got the, you know what I mean? But I'm not going to say which hood. But there's this fool Richard. Okay, if someone was like what they would think of as, if you don't know no better, as a big homie or whatever, he would be one. You know what I mean? That fool had the look. He had that look. He had the whole, like, yoked up this and fucking sleeve down, tack back, fucking gangster ass, intimidating looking motherfucker, right? Mouthpiece on him and shit. Know how to fool the youngsters and shit, right? And he fooled a lot of people. He was going around saying he was somebody. But he was scared. I don't know why he was intimidated by the Clontons. And they would tell him because where we get back to them and they'd approach him and be like, hey, you saying you somebody? Well, it's like, nah, man, them youngsters, they're fucking crazy. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about, man. Fuck them, right? And then he'd be like telling them, hey, you can't say nothing to nobody. You know, I'm so-and-so, I'm a big so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. And well, when it came my way, they told me, they're like, hey, Mouse, you know, this kid, Richard, he's a fucking, he's one of them, you know? And I didn't know what to think. And so, like, the homies throwing it, because I roll with them, I would rock with them, you know? And they would tell me, like, hey, Mouse, hey, that fool ever tell you he was a big old, he was this or that? And I'd be like, tell you too? Nah, he never told me. But you know, I talked to them, you know? But he was telling everybody else, right? So that was under investigation, we'll say. And one day, but I didn't know, you know what I mean? Because you still don't know who to believe, you know what I mean? Because what if he was? And then I'm believing the homies that then I would have been crossed up. And then vice versa, you know, but you have to go with your heart, you know what I mean? And my intuition, I don't have intuition, my instinct, and women have intuition, my bad. Well, my intuition, I said it again. Anyway, I'm tired, motherfuckers. Okay, so this is what happened. My instinct, my gut told me that, just keep riding with the Clontons and shit. And, those homies and shit, and they were, because they weren't out to like steer me the wrong way. They weren't out. They were just giving me good fucking lecha, you know. So this cat, I still didn't know, and this is where it comes into play. One day, I just got out the shower, and I was showering. I mean, shower. I was drying off, and I was in my little bunk area, and there's this fool named Monkey, right? And fucking Monkey from the IE. He was cool though, cool people. He had like photo ducks. We had like 5 of them. And we used to take pictures back then. You go in the Polaroid, you give him a photo duck. It cost like $2 or whatever for a picture. And he was getting like laced up. It has all shit. And he's like doing like, you know, how doing the little stance, like checking himself out in the mirror kind of shit. Checking out his boots and you know, just like, You know what I mean? That kind of shit, right? And that fool Richard, you know, Mr. fucking bully and shit. And my job is just a kid still. I mean, I'm young. And this fool comes back and like, and he asks that fool Monkey, he's like, hey Monkey, hey, what you doing? He's like, I'm gonna take a picture. He goes, oh, you got extra photo duckets? You got photos? How many you got there? I seen them. He goes, oh, like I have like 5 of them. And he goes, well, let me get one, fool. Blah, 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 blah. He's like, nah, I would, but these are all spoken for, you know. I told my half I told my wife, I told my this, I told my that, whatever the fuck. Maybe it wasn't 5 of them, but it was a little few of them. Either way, the point is, they're his. This guy was like, he got mad. Richard said, nah, man. He's like, man, I need to fucking, like, try to push up on him. I need a fucking photo. And he's like, oh, dude, like, I need a, like, I promised my people, blah, blah. And he goes, so you can give me $1? He said, nah, man, fuck you, like that to him. And Monkey was just ignoring him. He's like, whatever, you know what I mean? And, cause he thought he was a big homie too. Well, I'm just paying attention to all this shit. I'm like listening. And then he's going in on talking shit. It started like it being annoying. But at the same time, I'm thinking this guy could really be a big homie. and fucking phone. But I don't know, like disrespect is disrespect. You know what I mean? And so I'm sitting there and this fool's talking, blah, 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 blah. But then he started talking loud, like directing it so I could hear it. So as far as I was concerned, he was talking to me, you know? And he was like, yeah, I don't know, that's the thing about you fucking youngsters nowadays. You won't bust a grape. I bet you some shit happened, blah, 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 blah. You wouldn't do nothing. You just freeze like little bitches. And bitches, there's only 2 of us there in the bunk area. And then as he's walking away, because technically he was talking to Monkey, but he was saying it loud enough so I could hear it. And when he's walking away, he said, yeah, you fucking youngster ain't about nada, right? Or something like that. And I don't remember exact words, but I looked at Monkey, I go, damn, Monkey, like fucking, like, ugh. And then I said, speak for yourself, that's it. And he's like, what'd you say? I said, speak for yourself, motherfucker. And then he was like, what? And he kept, I stand up and shit. And inside, I was like, kind of like, I was like, oh my God. I wasn't scared to fight. I was scared because what if he was somebody? You know what I mean? I'm like, you know what I mean? But I knew, fuck him. You know what I mean? It wasn't nobody. So I stabbed my guns. I told him, so I get up. And I said, speak for yourself. That's it. You don't know me. You know what I mean? Like I said, motherfucker, you talking about, I won't, he won't, you youngsters. Well, I'm a youngster. I'm going to tell you one thing. You say I want to bust a grape? I'll bust a grape any fucking time, dog. As a matter of fact, just roll right now. And then he's like, nah. And he goes to walk away. And I was like, yeah, that's why I said something. And he goes, man, I wouldn't want you to get my back anyways. He goes, because you ain't my color. When he said that, I was like, my color's blue, motherfucker. And I was hot. Like, you know what I mean? Boy, I went out to the yard and I was just fucking pacing. I was walking fucking angry on laps and shit. And to the point where it was crazy because I'm walking laps and I passed by my big homies and shit, the Clown Thorns, and I walk right by them, right? And when I walk by them, they're like, Mouse. And I just like, and I just, man, just walking like, I was gonna get this motherfucker, you know? And then they tried to tell me like, hey, fool, you all right, dog? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Fuck. I just need to be alone. You know what I mean? Fuck. And then I look across the yard. I had already said, all right, well, fuck it, you know? Then I look and I see that fucking lame Richard. He walks straight up to the Clown Thorns and he starts talking to him. I wonder what he's saying. And then he tells him something, and he's moving his arms, and then I see the Clown Thorns, they like go in on him, and they're just like, whoa. And that fool put his head down, like, I know, like he's getting scolded like a little kid, but he's older, you know what I mean? And they were mad, and the motherfucker, they told him something like this, and he's like, oh, and he walked away like a little bitch with the tail between his leg, right? And they come up to me. And they're like, Mouse, come here. And I'm like, what? And he said, man, it's my little fucking little like Rottweiler or whatever he fucking called me. I want to say a bulldog, but you know, Fred was bulldog. But he called me something, right? And I was like, what? And he said, we're proud of you. Because don't forget I was young. And I go, what do you mean you're proud of me? What the fuck you talking about? He goes, that fucking lame. He came up to us. I go, what did he say? So I didn't tell him nothing. You know, I can fight my own battles, you know? And he said that he walked up to him and said, oh, I just want to tell you that whatever he told you, you know, I just want to say that I give him props because that youngster that rolls with you guys, Mousy, man, that fool got hard and shit. And they're like, what are you talking about? He didn't tell you anything? They go, nah, man. He didn't tell me shit. And then he's all, oh, fuck. And they're like, you better start talking. And then he told them the story. He said, whatever, the same shit I just told you guys. Pretty much the same. And and they're like, what the fuck? You disrespect a little homie like that? And he's like, no, I was just testing him. I wasn't testing him. I was testing this other fool, that fool monkey, blah, blah, blah. But he stood up, and whatever he said, he was giving me, he thought he had to clean some shit up. So he was over there like kind of kissing their ass, like bragging about me and shit. But little did they know that I didn't even go run into him. I ain't no fucking little bitch. I don't need, and so that was that, right? So that was the kind of shit that I was going through. And ironically, when I ended up in the shoe or in the hole for the pegada, I found out that fool did end up on another yard, and word did come back that he was saying that he was someone he's not, and sideways, and so that he was someone he's not, and he got, I don't know what happened to him, but he got, you know, and but not in the worst kind of way. Not like what I was there in the hole for. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to post this, and then I'm going to jump right into how I picked the shoe in my next fucking video. I think I'll make one right now, okay? Maybe should I leave the jacket on or take it off? You know what I mean? I don't know. But without further ado, I'm going to put a song at the end. It's already been fucking 26 minutes. I don't know how it goes so much. I just be talking and shit. I'm going to do another one, though, and I'll get into that. Like I said, there's a lot of stories, but I'm going to skip over a bunch of them to tell you my little shoe pat and my little fucking, you know, whatever. And no, not to glorify nothing. Fuck all that bullshit. This is just how we can make it in and we can make it out and keep it solid, keep it right, keep it straight. You know what I mean? And then when I was in there, I was institutionalized. We'll say when I was in there, I rolled. I was a rider, and anything you just roll with the punches, homies. You roll with the punches. You're in there. I was in it to win it. I was in it fucking for the causa. Whatever happened. If they called on me, they didn't need to because I raised my fucking hand. And you know what? If I want to talk like religion, I guess it wasn't my time. God willing, as they say. I must be blessed somehow, some way, because I made it out. And for the homies who haven't made it out, who caught hot ones while they're in there, fucking my heart goes out to them. I wasn't one of them, so I'll never win a lottery ticket. I get scratch. I spend thousands of dollars in scratches and fucking lotto. I'll never fucking win. I'll go to Vegas. I'll blow every penny I have. Never fucking win. And so I think I'm not lucky. That's not true, because I am lucky, because I made it through that motherfucker, and I made it out solid to tell these stories, and that's lucky right there. That's where my luck came. My luck is my life was spared, and so many good homies, so many like people, their lives aren't spared. They're taken from them. You know what I mean? Or given. But either way, I wasn't one of them, and I'm happy. I'm happy for that. I'm proud of that. I'm fortunate. I'm not bragging. I'm not me better than you than me. Not at all. I'm just, because I didn't think I was coming home, but I did, and I was a lucky one. You know, the cards were in my favor in that sense. You know what I mean? So yeah. Fuck yeah, fucking, and man, to all our homies y'all that are in there, y'all got family members, friends, loved ones, everything. in there, either dead or gone. Either way, it's fucked up. Salute to everybody. And I'm gonna run one back after I do this one. So once again, you know how it goes. Oh, I shouldn't have to tell you this. Like and subscribe. Shouldn't have to say it. Fucking motherfucking phone. All right. Radio. Time is it? Tonight is definitely a late night. Dale gas.
Yeah. Young gun strapped up, creased up, white tee, Nikes, Lokes, brownies, and a screwdriver seat. West side swaggin', black ragging, one in the chamber, won't catch me lacking. Nah, I'm never slipping. For the ops, I got 17 shots, bang, bang, bang. This is Mouse, West Side, via locals gang. Concrete jungles full of nothing but troubles. Hustling, banging, slanging, 6 feet deep in rubble. Laced up with them cuffs, courtroom facing 10. Juvie camp and prison yards where time extends. Graduating with the scars, wasted years bring wasted tears. G's in here, shed no tears. G's in here, shed blood on tears. The weak pray for peace, so we give them pieces made of steel. There is no justice, just us, and that's for real. Remember days on the block, young and reckless. No fear in our hearts, just youth with disrespect. Now I'm older, wiser, but the streets still call. The memories linger, the shadows of the fall. From grace to disgrace, a story often told in these concrete jungles where hearts turn cold. Graduating with the scars, wasted years bring wasted tears. G's in here, shed no tears. G's in here, shed blood on tears. The weak pray for peace, so we give them pieces made of steel. There is no justice, just us, and that's for real. Young gun still riding, but the game done changed. The price of the streets a heavy toll to range. From creased up tees to prison stripes I've worn. A lesson learned, a life forever torn. Yeah.